Maybe DMX can wear a polka dot suit. Never. 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 You know, I wasn't against the polka dot suit wearing men, but the DMX ain't the one to do it.
I don't hear nobody out there. Hold it down. Hold it down.
So, good morning, y'all. I'm fitting to continue talking about DMX. We're not getting a lot of views. I understand why. Because it's a whole lot of wham what the baby gonna do. And some of you guys are straight DMX. Y'all like, it's all the mama's fault. It doesn't excuse the behavior. Yeah, but what about when your children needed you, DMX? Wasn't that the reason why you ran around there to buckle boots to resolve some issues between you and your son? I'm just saying. The next thing is, we're going to push through this book because you know how we do. If we're not getting views, we will push through a book. And I've already decided what the next book is going to be. Those of you who are paying members, y'all already know we're still riding this 80s, 90s wave, maybe early 2000 wave. In this period, I am going to encourage all of you, if you're not a paying member, please be sure to join here on the YouTube or over there on Patreon, because when we have low views, the paying membership is what levels out the money that is missed when I don't get a lot of views. He was given to me as a puppy, a small pit brown with a white streak that came down across his face. Boomer was like a real person, a ninja with his own unique personality and attitude. He was my companion, my ride. Anything I did, Boomer and me did together. Anything I got, Boomer and me shared. We were inseparable. I raised him to be the most dangerous and feared dog on the block, but he was also the smartest and the best trained. That was a rare combination. I wondered how Tashira dealt with that dog, because I'm not finna be around no vicious ass dog or vicious, crazed, deranged man either. I can't do both. Tashira, you has my sympathy. The thing about Tashira and DMX is that it was so much damage done to that relationship. I think DMX felt that he had no other choice but to move on. I feel that same exact way about Bobby and Whitney. Like, once the damage is done, some people can recover. I'm trying to recover in my relationship now, but sometimes you can't. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just so much hurt, regret, and pain there that you know in your heart, no matter how much you love that person, you're never going to be able to get past that hurt and pain. Never. So why even fool each other anymore? Why even try? You're not going to get there. It's just going to take a moment. You get triggered, and the next thing you know, y'all arguing over some shit that didn't happen years ago. And both people can be trying their best to be the best person they could be, but it's just something that triggers that emotion. And that pain does not feel like it happened 17 years ago. It feels like it happened right here in this moment. Okay, so it's hard to recover. I hate to think that they didn't make it, because if anybody deserved the royalties of being with DMX, it was definitely her. For all the drama that she went through with that nigga. Move back to Boomer. This how I know that DMX is nuts. He's nuts. Okay? Well, he was nuts. Okay? And he had a lot of demons that he was trying to deal with or not deal with, right? But anyway, when the dog wasn't helping him rob old ladies, the dog was murking raccoons and cats. And it was a daily event. He just watched his dog murk a raccoon or a cat. When he got finished with it, he just take the cat, toss it up in a tree, and go on about his business. What kind of ASPCA Bullshit. I've got some new producers that I want you to meet. I found some hot tracks that I want to get you to rhyme on, he said. So I think it's time that you and I sign an agreement. I liked Jack. I trusted him. He had hooked me up with a lot of shows, and I really appreciated him giving me my own place to stay. He was more like an older brother to me than a manager, so I had no hesitation in signing his paperwork. But soon after I did, I realized that what I had just done was going to keep me broke for a long time. See, now that I was officially the artist, I was responsible for all of my expenses and studio costs, and legally, managers don't have to pay for anything. They just make a percentage of the money that's coming in. Since Jack was managing me and promoting the majority of my shows, he saw most of the dough I was making. And since I was in the studio all the time, my artist bills were adding up. I went to the studio in White Plains almost every night. I went there to write and record. Sometimes I even slept there. But what I didn't realize was that they were charging me for all of that time. Baby, nothing is for free. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you wanna be with me. Whoa. Back it up. From what I understand, the lady of the evening, she rents the room. She could have 1,800 Johns go up to the stairs with her and do what they do for, I don't know how much it costs now to go upstairs with a lady of the evening. But at the end of the day, baby, she still got to pay for the hotel room. Even when Jack hooked me up with producers who had their own studio, like Tony DeFat and his partner, Greg Troutman, I was still getting billed for engineering fees and lockouts. That wasn't right. How could people who were supposed to be helping me tell me that I owed them something? Baby, you got the game fucked up. They knew I didn't have that kind of money. That was the whole reason I was working with them in the studio to begin with. I mean, it would have been all right if I was close to getting some money for a record deal, but every time Jack went off to a label with my demo tape, he came back with a sorry look on his face. Either they didn't accept my demo at all, or told him his voice is too rough, or he doesn't look marketable. One label executive suggested to Jack that I start dancing more. Child, Tupac did it. Maybe DMX can wear a polka dot suit. Never. I wasn't against the polka dot suit wearing men, but the DMX ain't the one to do it. Fuck that. I knew what I was and was not willing to do. Wild Pitch and the house music label SBK Records were the only two companies that showed any interest in me, but they never followed through. It was like a lot of the labels just dismissed me automatically because of where I was from. Yonkers was a place they never heard of, so they felt that there couldn't be any talent there. They ain't never heard of the Mary J. Blige? What the hell? Everybody heard of the Mary J. Blige. Ain't she the queen of hip-hop soul? Ain't DMX hip-hop? Now, from what I didn't understand, DMX got a lot of respect because the Locks, my favorite Yonkers group, said that DMX kicked down the doors for Yonkers rappers. You know, and I love the Locks. Ooh, they everything. Yonkers was a place they never heard of, so they felt that there couldn't be any talent there. To most of these A&R reps, if you weren't from one of the 5 boroughs, you weren't from New York. And if you weren't from New York, then you had no vibe. This artist shit is bullshit. One dark summer night, this off-brand ninja walked into a house party on Ravine where me, Collie, Buzzy, and Kassan were chilling. He had a black ski mask pulled over his face and was rocking a huge gold chain around his neck with a horseshoe pendant on the end of it. He just waltzed to the front of the room and started profiling against the wall. Coley, do you know this ninja? Coley shook his head. This was my man's party, and I couldn't let a stranger just walk in all bold like that without doing something. Not when he was wearing a Emma effing ski mask like he was hard. One of Coley's friends noticed that I was getting anxious. X, I've seen him before. It's cool. That's so-and-so's boy. Who? My mind was made up. I could get a lot for that piece. Never heard of him. F him. The lights were out, the music was blaring, and the moment he turned his head, I smacked him right in the chest and snatched it. Then I just turned and looked the other way. When he didn't say anything, I knew he was a bitch. He just looked at me like I was crazy. I was. What's the problem, money? Homeboy walked over without saying a word, but later, when I left the party, 5 guys were waiting for me downstairs. DMX, we heard you snatch my people's chain. In a fight, you don't feel it when someone hits you. The feeling comes later. But then it's different. You ain't never lied. One time I fought this girl, oh my God, and she put a hole in my face. Okay? Like I would never, that was the only fight that I lost. Because she got on top of me. Oh, woe is me if the bitch ever get on top of your child. Woe is me. Okay, but now I know what to do. I didn't know what to do then. You turn over and you push up. I didn't know that then, child. She wore my ass out. And I didn't feel it when it was happening, but child, when I got home, it was something different. I was like, oh, damn, everything's tore up. In a fight, you don't feel it when someone hits you. The feeling comes later, but then it's different. Then you're sore. And I could always deal with being sore before you get into a brawl. It's when you think it's going to make you hurt all over the place. Oh my God. He's going to pop my eye out. But that doesn't happen. It's like after my first couple of fights, I heard that I was a problem for real and realized that my inner self was worse than I thought.
Hey, do my favorite go-go song. Taking a ride on the east side, made a left on MLK. What a beautiful day, what a beautiful day. Riding high on the west side, looking for a hood rat to play. Won't you come out and play, won't you come out and play? Hey, taking a ride, hey, hey, on the south side, ooh, ooh, taking a left on MLK. Hey, 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 we like that good. Say what?